Hi friends, welcome back. It's DJMontague. Today we are going to be looking at equipment and traits. Mostly traits. A lot of traits talk because traits are incredibly confusing and hopefully I can clear some stuff up for you. There's a good reason why blues are better than purples right now. Okay, so what is a trait? How do you make a trait? What do traits do? Why are they easier than, let's say, purple traits? Start off with what are they? A trait is a secondary buff on an item. You see here, I have, personally, I'm wearing Icy Storm cloth gloves. They have 3 pips of magic evasion, 1 pip of 150 mana, and 3 pips of melee evasion. Now, these traits are, in comparison to the Blessed Mother Nature cloth gloves that are sitting in my inventory, there is only max health 150 on those. Those traits are incredibly important to your gearing process because they add more customization to your character than just what the item rolls itself. Now, these also roll on items. You can see what every single item will roll or has the potential to roll on the item itself. You just click on it, and then you would go to trait list, and it'll show you a list of all the traits that are available for this item. Blessing of Mother Nature cloth gloves, max health is incredibly important. Attack speed's incredibly important. Magic evasion, magic endurance, melee evasion, heavy, like those are very important stats. These are very good gloves in its trait department. Now you decide whether they're good gloves for you in the normal buff department. Range plus 3%, which gets upgraded over the course of leveling this item up. Max HP and ranged evasion also being upgraded. Very good gloves, okay? How do you get traits? So when you have these items, you can then break them down into just an extract. The extract you start at the Sundries Merchant. The main thing we're looking at here is Extraction Flame. That is for green, blue, and purple. They all have respective amounts that they cost in Solent, and you are going to need 10 of these to extract the trait out of an item. Say I wanted this max health. I would buy 10 of those blue Extraction Flames. I would then go to trait extraction. It would have the 10 out of 10, press extract, and I would have this item, which is the max health 150 extract. I have one of those here, right here. So now all extracts can be sold on the auction house. Not all items can be sold on the auction house. 2 incredibly important notes. If I have an item, like say this Gift of the Eternal Rest, this cannot be sold on the marketplace or auction house. This little icon right here would be illuminated in like more of a bronze rather than grayed out if it was available to be sold on the auction house. Like this here. This Quality Marin can be sold on the auction house. Just wanted to show you that real quick. Also, you see here, this Blessings of Mother Nature extract can be sold on the auction house. Say I want to increase the amount of max health that this Blessing of Mother Nature gloves has on it. I would be able to get this to max because I have 3 of these currently. 1 extract and 1 actual item. Let's go to traits. Here, we have our gear enchanting. This is our leveling up transfers for upgrading green to blue, blue to purple. Now, I can use either the extraction of the Blessing of Mother Nature cloth gloves or the extract to add 150 or another pip in the 3 possible pips or 3 possible levels or 3 possible tiers, whatever you want to call it, into these gloves. Now, what's important is that these are all blue tier items, right? But to increase max health, I do not need the exact same item. I just need the gloves with this extract on them or trait or whichever. If I had random gloves that are blue with max health on them, I would be able to trait them and add a level to my gloves. To upgrade any of these, I can use either blue or green of the same trait. Has to be 150 max health, okay? But if I wanted to unlock a new trait, I would have to get the exact same item, either the gloves itself or the extract, to be able to unlock here the next locked trait. So here I have melee endurance plus 20. I could actually just hit combine here. I don't want to because I'm going to sell all these, but I would just be able to hit combine here. I would have 100% success rate. It would add melee endurance to these gloves. Okay. And if I got more that were not the same gloves, but in the same tier, I could add them. Or if they were green tier or green items, I would be able to have a chance to add them. Now, a green item has a 10% chance to add to the trait. Since we are talking about adding a green item into a purple item, this is where the idea of blessings come in, or the rule of blessing. Blessings should just be called fail stacks. If you've played BDO, you can fail stack items to get an increased chance of getting the upgrade that you're looking for. I didn't play BDO. If I confused that or explained that wrong, don't hate me, okay? This is just what my friends have told me about BDO. You can add fail stacks. Anyways, so if I try to insert a green item with the 150 max health trait into this item to get this from level 2 to level 3 in terms of the max health tier, okay? And I fail, I would get 8 blessings. That says right here, how to acquire. You get 8 blessing points for rare or 40 blessing points for epic if you fail a trait enchantment. Now, currently in the game, you cannot fail purple into purple or blue into blue, but legendary is going to exist. We already know it will. So I'm assuming when they say that you can fail epic, I would assume that's where they're talking about it. Epic into legendary would give you 40 points. Now, to guarantee your pity on this item, to guarantee that you can use a green item to upgrade 1 tier, you would need 500 blessing, okay? To give you an estimate and an understanding to 100% guaranteed, okay? Now, every time that you insert a green item into this blue item, Editor Montague here, every time you insert a green item into a blue item, you have a 10% chance to succeed. If you fail, go ahead, Other Montague, you would get 8. And then if you wanted to use those on the next time, you would just click this little button down here called Use Blessing. It would use the blessing in an attempt to add that probability onto your already 10% probability and create the next level or increase the next tier. So fail stacks are incredibly important because not only can you get them and continue to stack them on your blue item, pretty much the first tier you can do so, since gray items cannot roll traits. When you upgrade this blue item into a purple item through the transfer system, say I wanted to transfer a ring, I can't do it here, but that would be the transfer system. These fail stacks, like I have 16 on my necklace here, would transfer to the purple item. So, theoretically, in the best way possible to upgrade items, I could get the fail stacks of this blue item to 500, get it all maxed out with traits, and then when I'm actually ready to start trading up a purple item that I know is stronger than this and that I'm going to put this item into so I can level it up very quickly. You don't ever really lose your levels on items, you just move them to the next tier. I would lose the traits upgrading this into the purple item, but I would keep the fail stacks. I would have 500, and what I could do then, I would have an exact copy of that purple item with the actual trait I wanted to upgrade. For instance, if I have a purple Morokai sword, which I do, here, as you can see, I have max mana on this Morokai sword. I could actually just use these Laquarius' Thorny Edge, like I said, another item, to upgrade and guarantee. But if I had melee heavy attack and I wanted to unlock this, I would first have to have a Mordecai sword or an extract with melee heavy attack increased. It would give me the first level. And if I had a blue item that had melee heavy attack on it, I could then try to insert it here and get it to the next level at 10%. Or I would use the 500 blessings that I've now gotten from my blue item and upgrade it into the Mordecai sword. And I would use that for a 100% chance to put that at the next tier. Okay? So it's a complicated system, and it's like kind of frustrating to understand, but there's a decent pity system behind it, and there's a reason why a lot of really high rated players are staying at blue tier. It's much cheaper to transfer and continue to upgrade those items. And with traits, you are going to be stronger than most of the purple items that are in the game so far. Now, the only exceptions are going to be like set items. Certain set effects are incredibly strong. A prime example being something like Ghost Wolf Alter Ego, the incision gloves, whichever ones you want. The set bonus being a damage bonus of plus 22. This is the trait you don't normally get, but a set bonus, this is amazing. Even the 4 peeps, increasing your offhand chance to attack. This is incredible for daggers or incredible for crossbow. So it's something to think about when you're upgrading your gear. These gloves on their own are not better than the gloves that I'm currently wearing. I have extra magic evasion. I have extra melee evasion. I have extra mana. And I've got a great amount of attack speed and good wisdom and mana regen. Also, they're maxed. I've got more armor. If I wanted to upgrade to these Ghost Wolf Incision gloves without having the set bonus, it would be a DPS loss. So it would also be incredibly hard to trait these Incision gloves. So as you can see, there is one Ghost Wolf Incision glove on the auction house, and it has ranged endurance on it. If I wanted to upgrade that ranged endurance, I would either need to use fail stacks on other gloves and upgrade it continuously with blue gloves, buying them at 100 a piece or 150 a piece, whatever the market price is for it. Or I would get another version with endurance on them. So maybe the special resistance can roll endurance. I don't know. These can roll ranged endurance. So this is 400. This trait, I could upgrade that trait. That's to give you an idea of how the upgrading process works in this game. To reiterate, I currently have the Mordecai Greatsword. If I wanted to upgrade and get magic heavy attack, it would cost me 15,000 Lucent minimum right now. It's the only one available. Okay? There's no extra Mordecai sword. There's nothing else other than these extracts. And then, on top of that, if I wanted to guarantee each level afterward, it would cost me 6,000 and 7,000 minimum right now. So, if I was a whale and I was playing Greatsword, the max level I could get my heavy attack to guaranteed today would be 3. And then I would have to roll chances on it with other Greatswords that are blue. Okay? Very, very expensive. But if I just had the Ruthless Worshipper's two-handed sword, the melee heavy attack chance plus 20 is 188. This weapon is very prevalent, and a lot of people get it very often in dungeons. As you can see, there are 44 in the extract list here. This is another thing to think about when you are trying to upgrade your gear. 2 items that are incredibly important to upgrade that add a lot of damage or tankiness to you are the necklace and the ring. You get 2 rings, 1 necklace. They can all have skill damage boost. And it's incredibly expensive right now because people are now understanding the value of these necklaces and these rings. Buff duration, as you can see, is also another stat that people are sought after. But it's a great stat. So let's look at the extracts here. Skill damage boost is at 1,000 Lucent right now. And this is just for the extract. Just 1 level. And now if I wanted to upgrade it afterward, I would either look for other necklaces that had skill boost, skill damage boost plus 20, or I would look in the green, and I would be assuming that I would be gaining fail stack. So this process without knowledge can be incredibly expensive to gear. But with the knowledge that I hope I passed on to you in this video, you'll be able to gear your blue items up to being stronger than purple items, save your purple items until they're ready to be traded out and upgraded themselves. So you're not wasting Lucent and you're not losing damage. We have seen massive gains in blue items. Tanks with full blue items, 0 purples, with nearly 20,000 HP, which is an insane amount given how much evasion and endurance is in this game. It's very hard to break through a tank that has 20,000 HP rather than a bruiser like me who has 10,000 HP, okay? There are crossbow and bow players that are doing insane damage because crossbow and bow is so prevalent and so easy to get to. Whereas it's 15,000 for me to guarantee to get heavy attack chance on my Mordecai's sword. It is 2,450 on this Tubelex strafing bow. And this is a good bow. You also have Karnix's Hellbow as well with similar amounts. To go show you, these are all purple items that are much easier to gear than my purple item, but still incredibly expensive in the long run as well. I think a lot of people that started playing this game are missing the forest for the trees. They're looking too far ahead. Purple means good. Not the case here. So hopefully you now have a rough guesstimate of how to get your traits, why to sell traits and get traits out of items, or incorporate them into your gear yourself, and how to make some Lucent off of people that don't know the system or don't want to understand the system. Hopefully this helps you out a lot into gearing and the whole process. Please like, comment, subscribe. If I missed something, please let me know. There will be a part 2. We are going to go into growth stones for equipment, an easier way to get growth stones, and a consistently farmable way to get growth stones without spending a ton of Lucent. So check me out in the next video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. You guys are wonderful. I really do appreciate all the love and support. Check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/DJMontague. Thank you for being here. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.